Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, we are just waiting for the next Hearthstone expansion to be released. It is the month of August. So whilst we're waiting, we're just going to be chilling out on the wild mode ladder, and we're going to be featuring Egg Druid. And specifically, it's Control's Egg Druid. Now, Control is a phenomenal Hearthstone player, very much a wild mode specialist. I would recommend you check out his Twitch channel. If you want to learn about wild mode and how to play well on wild mode, check out his Twitch channel, check out his YouTube channel. So, Egg Druid, how does it work? Well, you play stuff early. You get a board presence going early, and this deck features Innovate, which my previous version of Egg Druid did not feature Innovate, and we discussed the pros and cons of Innovate, how if you get it in the late game it can be a dead card, especially if you're top decking. Control's deck here does play it, and the idea is you get Innovate early, you play lots of minions, and then play a buff effect like Power of the Wild or Mark of the Lotus, and then you play Jeeves, draw some cards, play some more buffs, win the game. And if it all goes horribly, horribly wrong, well, there's Living Mana. Living Mana is one of the best recovery mechanics in the entire game. You can fill that board up with 2/2 bodies, buff them up, savage draw, win the game. And so this deck is very good for having quick games on the ladder. My aim in this video is to hit rank 10. And of course, once you hit rank 10, you can't fall below rank 10, so it's a good milestone. So you're likely to meet lots of Pirate Warrior on the road to rank 10. This deck does a reasonably good job of contesting Pirate Warrior. So without any further ado, let's start off our journey to rank 10 against a Pirate Warrior. Now, he's had the Patches start, which is a pretty good start. I mean, he didn't get the N'Zoth's First Mate into Patches, into Coin, South Sea Deckhand. I mean, that's the most insane start. Anyway, the Crawler there, eating a Pirate, that's pretty good for board presence, and we even got to buff it. So now, if you're the Pirate Warrior, how do you deal with it? Well, Fiery War Axe. Oh look! Fiery War Axe. Of course he had it. They always have it on turn 2, right? Unwritten law in Hearthstone. Unless it's me playing as the warrior, and then the rule changes into never draw Fiery War Axe. And that felt good. We used the Corsair there to take down his axe, and he saw that the writing was on the wall. He was not coming back from that. Okay, this next game against a Paladin. Now, I talked earlier about playing stuff early. Well, here we can play the two. We can get the 2 bodies from Living Roots and the Firefly. We have 3 bodies on the board here, and that is really, really significant. And some people say, well, oh yeah, Egg Druid, there's no skill needed. It's like Pirate Warrior. You just throw stuff onto the board early and hope it sticks. I would say there is more skill in Egg Druid than there is in Pirate Warrior. You have to make decisions about which of these minions and bodies to play early, and which buff effects to apply, which minions to hold back, which buff effects to hold back. I think Pirate Warrior pretty much plays itself out in a more straightforward manner. I mean, there's still skill involved, obviously, but I think there's a little bit more decision making with Egg Druid at points, which means I think it's a slightly harder deck to play. Okay, so his Hydrologist there contests one of our 3 bodies on the board there. Now, that secret is annoying. If it's Noble Sacrifice, we lose a body. So I may just Hero Power here to test. Or I may decide it's not worth hero powering and I want to just throw the minion in straight away. Because if I don't hero power, I can play 2 things. So I think it was worth the gamble there. Okay, so it's not Noble Sacrifice. And this is good now. We can play 2 additional bodies onto the board now. Oh, it's Sacred Trial. How interesting. Should I have ordered that differently then? Should I have played the Haunted Creeper into the Sacred Trial so I can get the Spectral Spiders on the board? Huh. Yeah, you see? Decision making. Okay. Mark of the Wild, Haunted Creeper. Feels pretty good here, although the hero power to clear the board completely is even better. The way you win the game is through board presence, so the more you can do to maintain that board presence, the higher your chances of winning the game. Interesting. Also interesting. And another secret. Okay. Ooh, hello. Echoing Ooze, Mark of the Wild. Huh. See, I'm kind of happy then that I didn't play the Mark earlier. It's a good combo with the Ooze, but here I may need to just play it on a Creeper so I can kill his Tar Creeper. Yeah, Haunted Creeper into Tar Creeper. That's it's a bit of a mouthful, right? Okay, it's not Get Down, it's not Noble Sacrifice. Okay, Haunted Creeper kills Tar Creeper. And what do we do now? If we play the Corsair, we get the patches, right? And it feels like a bit of a waste because you don't know if he's playing True Silver Champion in this deck. But this is good because, once again, it maintains a clear board state on his side. And it means that we keep 4 bodies on our board, setting up, hopefully, an eventual Savage Roar lethal. And we're very close to lethal, right? We're very, very close. Are we one off lethal? I'm just doing a bit of counting there. I think we're one off. And this is an interesting play. We're one off, but we push anyway. Oh, it was competitive spirit, sure. So now he needs a taunt. Now it's turn 7. There's no coin in hand for him. He can't play Tirion. So the best he can do, potentially, is a taunt from Stonehill Defender. Haunted Creeper. 2 arms, men. Okay. Quartermaster. It's over. So the decision made there to strike with Savage Roar has actually paid off. It was a gamble, it was a risk, it paid off. So for anyone that says there is no skill involved in Egg Druid, no, there is skill involved, and there was proof of it. Maybe making those decisions. Okay. Heading into our next game here against a warrior, and this opening hand is pretty decent. We've got the Bloodsail Corsair. Good for his Fiery War Axe. Does he have... Of course he has a 1-cost pirate. Now, this is eerily similar to the previous game that we showcased in this video. They had the exact same start. And oh look, we have a crab. Which was also what we had. Except we were then able to buff the crab up even more. So no buff for the crab in this game. But yeah, running the crawler there is such a big deal. And now we're just setting up for Power of the Wild. We're setting up for really the perfect turn 3 scenario. Playing the Corsair into patches, into Power of the Wild. Perfect use of your mana. Perfect use of your mana on turn 3. And pretty much sealing the game, really. Interesting. What's he doing with that weapon? Interesting. So no one-cost pirate there. Well, Savage Roar is not lethal, sadly. I wish it were. And we're using the Corsair because, yeah, sure, it's not a Fiery War Axe or an Arcanite Reaper, but no, we get patches on board. Now, I'm just thinking about trades here. I think that's important. I think getting rid of the ship's cannon is important. If it had been an Azoth's First Mate, if it had been something else, like a South Sea Deckhand, maybe I would have ignored it and just gone all face, but... Okay, another cannon. And another pirate. Okay, where does the 2 damage go? Okay, it doesn't kill something. That's really good. So, well and truly, this game is over. Goodbye. Feels good. Bullying pirate warriors has become my favourite pastime now in Hearthstone. Because they're all over the place on the wild mode ladder. Right. Next game against a Paladin. Now this game was fascinating because I'd faced this dude twice. And I think this was the second game. And he plays the Devil's Saw Egg. And in both games, he'd played the egg. In the first game, the egg did nothing all game. It just sat there as a 0-3. In this game, he was actually able to get a buff effect on the egg. But Savage Roar plus another buff pretty much means it was game over for him. So I feel sorry for the Paladin. He'd made progress with the egg and the buff, and then I just killed him with Savage Roar. Okay, next game here against a Mage. So what you're seeing is this deck in action against a variety of other decks. So we've seen Pirate Warrior, we've seen Egg Paladin, and now we're going up against a Mage. What kind of a Mage will it be? Will it be Freeze Mage? Will it be Secrets Mage? Will it be Control Mage? Will it be Mech Mage? Let's hope not. Okay, let's use the coin to kill a 1/1 Mage. Well, that's a reasonable play. I mean, you want to remove these tokens from the board as quickly as possible, I guess. You want to stop me from building up a substantial board state, which I can buff up. So I can get down with his play. There's the Doomsayer. Still not betraying fully what kind of a Mage this is. There are different builds of Mage that play Doomsayer. So it could still be Freeze Mage, it could still be Control Mage, it could still even be Secrets Mage. My money is on Freeze Mage. That's what my money's on. This feels bad. That Doomsayer just healed him for 7. Good for him. Bad for me. But my board is still alive, so good for me. We're running out of things to do now. Living Mana, it's a couple of turns away. Dragon Egg on its own without a buff doesn't do anything. That's one of the drawbacks of the eggs. Without the buff, the eggs are just sort of dead cards, right? But we play it anyway, I think. Or do we? How much do we want to commit to this board? I think we play the egg. Or not. No. The Flame Elemental is better because it's got attack associated with it. And for me now it's all about doing damage. It's all about hitting him in the face and then setting up for lethal. Maybe with Savage Roar on an upcoming turn. So the decision made there was to play the 1 attack Flame Elemental and not the 0 attack Dragon Egg. We can hold the egg back until we get another buff effect. I mean, one of the benefits though of playing the egg is that it sort of partially plays around AoE, in that if he does have AoE, it's going to spawn a 2/1 dragon. Which may then eat up a ping or something else, so it sort of takes up his turn. So we play the egg now because we want to hold the ooze back. We're not committing that ooze to the board. The ooze is worth holding back in case we draw another buff. I'm suspecting AoE at some point now. I'm suspecting Volcanic Potion. Or look, yep, Flame Strike from the Glyph. Okay, but look, we get a 2-1. And that 2 damage that's going to be done here is significant. It's important. It's putting him down. As far as we can put him down. He's at 9 health now. And if he clears this board with Blizzard, I mean, it doesn't clear the board fully, but if he finds a way, we have living mana. So we're sort of racing him here. It's our board presence and minions versus his AoE.
Excuse me, you are
Medivh's Valet, okay. Interesting. We're just going to trade. Ice Barrier, sure. So the other secret has to be Ice Block. So we're trading away there, allowing us to set up here for the living mana. 6 bodies created on this board now, with the 7th in the ooze. If we can just hit face for a couple of turns, we should have this game won. Primordial Glyph means he's searching for something, maybe for a cheap AoE, searching for another ice block. We've already seen a Flame Strike.
I'll show them.
There's a Scientist, interesting. So, face. Close to killing him. Do we trade? This is the question now. We don't trade, right? We let him trade. And if he has AoE, then that could be good for us too, because he may not then bump the Scientist into a minion. Yes, there's the Blizzard. Fine. Absolutely fine. I think that was a misplay on his part, though. I think he should have traded the Scientist in first to get a secret out. Like, you know, another Ice Barrier. Interesting. So now, we don't play anything on this board, right? We just Hero Power the Face. This is a really important play. And then we use the roots to pop the block. Yeah. So we pop the block, he's at 1. We haven't played Jeeves. We haven't played the Corsair. I mean, the usual play would be to play everything in your hand and then draw cards with Jeeves. But we don't want to give his Scientist the opportunity to trade into one of my minions. So look, he has to use a Fireball on his own Scientist. That's a misplay. Well, it's the correct play, but it was a misplay in that he could have traded that Scientist in earlier into one of my minions and popped it and got another secret out. So yeah, he's now short of a little bit of burn. This is good for us. Okay, there goes the ice block. And now we play everything. Now we're going to draw into our cards. This is fine now. There's no Scientist on the board. And both of those contest the Acolyte. And Finley is a really, really important pickup. Why? Well, if he ends up finding a way to clear the board and freeze my face and play an Ice Barrier, Finley can give us some interesting hero powers that can get by Ice Barrier. So, let's see what happens here. It's clearly some kind of freeze mage. Or burn mage. He's really digging deep here. Really digging deep. Like, he's going to even get another card off this Acolyte. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Because I have Finley. And I have faith in Sir Finley. Let's not call him Finley. Let's call him Sir Finley, right? By his proper title. Wow. This dude, Ice Lance, it is Freeze Mage. This dude is going all out to stop my lethal here. But we play Finley and we get a ping. Right, so killing a mage by pretending to be a mage with the mage hero power. Feels good. And there's the bonus streak. Feels even better. Okay. Now, going up against a Paladin, and I'm okay with this hand if we draw a buff effect. Because what I can do is I can vomit my hand onto the board and then innovate out a buff. That's not a buff effect. Okay. So now we just go for patches, right? Patches here is pretty good. Kills a 1/1, which protects my 1/2, my Corsair. And now we can coin out the Living Roots. Okay. So the assumption here is that he'll trade into a 1/1 body. Fine. It's all about, can he keep up with me and my ability to play cheap stuff? That's what this is about. That's not a buff, damn it. Okay, fine, whatever. We'll play the Haunted Creepers. The Creepers are really sticky minions. And if we can just draw a buff effect, even if he manages to pop the Creepers, or we can pop the Creepers ourselves, get the Spectral Spiders onto the board, there'll be 4 of them, and then buff them all up. Okay, so this is mid-range dude Paladin, yes, playing those Silverhand recruits. We can clear most of the board, and it is a board control battle. Thankfully for me though, as we said earlier, the Haunted Creeper is very, very sticky. So what I suspect he'll do here is that he'll put his Creeper into the Corsair. That's what I suspect he'll do. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's got the True Silver, but that's alright. I mean, he's using the True Silver there on a 2 health, 1 attack minion that hasn't been buffed. And oh my goodness. That's so good. That could just be game winning for us. Because the weapon's gone now. We have the board. We have the initiative. He's now reacting. He's reacting completely now to our to everything that's on our board. No initiative for him. So this is good. And we'll just continue dictating the pace of this game and let him react to everything that we do. Shielded Minibot, though, is good because of the Divine Shield, and I have to make a decision now about how we trade, if we trade, what we trade. That's actually quite tough. Hero power for sure. We pop the shield, I guess. And we just trade. Okay, sure. Did I take 1 more damage than I needed to take there? Could I have put my face into the dude? Oh, whatever. I'm sure 1 damage will not come back to haunt me. I don't know. Is that all? Make a dude?
Well played.
Just make a dude and pass? That is the worst thing you could do against this deck. Make 1 dude and pass. Is his deck that slow? Is his hand just full of AoE? Is he just waiting for a moment to cast it? But then, I mean, look at this board state. If you have Consecration, you consecrate this board, right? You remove the majority of it and leave 2 spiders. 2 Spectral Spiders that come out the Haunted Creeper. Does he rage quit? Make a dude and rage quit? Is that the new way of finishing a game now? He's still there. He's mousing over cards. Maybe he's got a connection problem. Maybe we should wait a while and give him a moment to collect himself and get back into the game. Or not. No. We'll take a win. And there's Savage Roar. Okay. I'm just wondering, did he not have anything to really play? Was he just roping me on purpose on that last turn? So top deck, stand against darkness. Yeah, given that he played that card, which was top decked, those other cards in his hand are probably not playable. Interesting. Maybe it's like Tirion and Rag Lightlord. Or Rag Firelord. It's wild mode, right? But there we go with the lethal. Yes, by the Holy Light. That was overkill.
Well played.
But that's what happens when you build up a board presence with this deck. And yeah, there's the win streak into rank 10. That's our target for the first half of the season, to get rank 10. And we've met that target. Feels good. Okay, so controls Egg Druid. Okay, I will happily admit that I've changed my mind. I'm now happy to use Innovate again. Despite saying in my previous Egg Druid video that it was a dead card. No, not a dead card, but not a good card, because it was a dead card if drawn in the late game. I'm happy to go back on that now. It's good enough to include in Egg Druid because the chances are you're likely to be able to get some use out of it. Even if it's just Innovate coming out of Jeeves, for example. You draw 3 cards from Jeeves, Innovate's one of them. Well, maybe you can play, I don't know, Haunted Creeper, Innovate into Echoing Ooze into a buff effect. Yeah, so it still has its value, providing you're not top decking it and it's the only thing that you have to play with no other options in your hand. I mean, I guess that's when it's bad, right? So, on balance, this deck works pretty well. You smash Pirate Warriors with this deck. You can smash control decks, providing they don't draw into their Reno Jacksons or their board clears. It's all about timing and luck, I think, when it comes to taking down control decks. Strangely, I think you are better suited facing aggro decks using this deck, because as nasty as Pirate Warrior is to go up against, and as intimidating as it is, the games are quick. Aggro versus aggro, the games are quick, and I do think you have the advantage because you can outpace them with cards like Innovate, with your buff effects, and if you can do that and make some good early trades with the Pirates, you stand a good chance of winning. And in a wild mode meta, certainly up to rank 10, that is infested with Pirate Warriors, this is a good choice of deck to play on the ladder. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again very soon for more Hearthstone action.